Will do, Kim. We always get so many submissions of photos and videos, and we thank you so much for doing that. And the easiest way is actually just to send it through your phone. So you just start an account, and then it's just as easy as the press of a button. But let's turn it over to Kevin. He is downtown monitoring the weather outside. What's it like, Kevin? Thank you, Kevin. And the temperatures are warming up into next week. Very impressive temperatures are on the way. But let's take a look first at our short-term forecast showers. So let's take a look at our fair and near seasonal values through this afternoon. Again, the low pressure system is up into northern Ontario through this evening. But this cold front does make its way slowly. It lumbers across Ontario. And with that, we will see some showers possibly as soon as Saturday. Form of isolated showers only, but the big trend is towards some warmer temperatures by next week. There's some indication that we may be getting close to 20 degrees. We're going with 19 at this point for next Tuesday. And maybe you have some beautiful fall colors still hanging tough in your neighborhood. We need a good wind, right, to come through and blow those down, but that's not the case, at least in the short term. Once again tomorrow, low pressure system in northern Ontario. It's a slow mover, but it does move across with cloud cover and showers. Doesn't really reach the GTA until about Saturday, and even that will be in the form of isolated showers only. I want to mention that we still have our nor'easter. Our live coverage continues there. Across Atlantic Canada, the live stream is available online. You can go to theweathernetwork.com/live, and then you'll see the coverage there. In terms of the low pressure system moving across Ontario, yeah, it brings some scattered showers on Saturday to Toronto. But look at this, 19 degrees by next Tuesday with sun and cloud. Might we even see some changes here to bump that up to 20 degrees? Could even be record-breaking heat by that time frame of next week. Problems with Merlot? Don't say so. I want to hear that. Thank you very much, Chrissy, for that insightful look into the wine industry in Ontario. Let's take a look with regard to the weather, of course, but let's take a look at where we are going in terms of the values, especially today. What's it like out on the ground? Well, let's check in with Kevin. Thank you so much, Kevin. The temperatures are on the rise. Short term, though, it's still above average, but we're not going to be necessarily breaking any records. Thank you so much for that, Kim. The temperatures are definitely rising into next week. It's interesting when we look at the pattern overall across Canada, we're doing a little bit of a flip-flop where it's going to get colder in the west and warmer in the east. Let's take a look round, though, and speak much warmer next week. Looking at the pattern, some light winds, really not dealing with any precipitation, and then the clouds increase all from this cold front that's going to move through. And the timing of that, we expect it to be more so Saturday in the form of some showers. But then looking more long-term into next week, we've got this low pressure system coming through with the potential of some more showers, say Monday, Tuesday. But overall, the 7-day forecast shows us that we've got increased cloud cover. By that time frame, might start to see some showers popping up on that as the probability goes up. Great stuff, Jacqueline. And the Gonzalo, I should say, was last week's story. Now Atlantic Canada is dealing with a nor'easter, and we have our live teams on the ground, this time Rachel and Chris, who are covering that for you. And you can find the live stream online or on your mobile device. But let's take a look at our conditions here. What are we expecting? Well, Kevin's out on the street enjoying the, above average temperatures. Although some might argue that after the kind of summer we had, that these temperatures did feel kind of summer-like in some cases. It wasn't that bad. Okay, let's take a look at our short-term forecast. Weather from high pressure in place. So looking at our map here, we see that it's fair, it's near seasonal, and we don't have very much for wind. There is a low pressure system in northern Ontario approaching. With that, some showers and some cloud cover. And the timing for us will likely be Saturday in the form of isolated showers. We mentioned off the top the nor'easter, off it goes, but we have another low pressure system on its way. It's likely not going to be quite as much of a powerhouse, but nevertheless, a bit of a nuisance after the weather we're experiencing. And then Saturday, isolated showers in Toronto. We can see that the temperatures are staying. There's a little bit of a blip here on Sunday, so it kind of a little bit topsy-turvy, but then eventually, in terms of the trend, it is warmer. 19 degrees is what we're going with in next week for Tuesday. Possibly with some model changes, who knows, we might even reach 20 degrees by next Tuesday, which would possibly be even record-breaking temperatures. I'd have to go back into the records to check that, but thank you so much, Chrissy. In terms of the weather forecast this weekend, it's looking really good. So if you haven't picked out your pumpkin yet, you haven't gone out to the farms to check out all the displays, then definitely this is the weekend to do it. And then we are going to be seeing values on Tuesday that could be rivaling those in the 20s, maybe not the mid-20s, but the low 20s, even down to the southwest of the province. So we'll watch the numbers closely throughout the weekend to see if we can break that elusive 20-degree mark. The forecast for wind is it's negligent because of high pressure, so it's variable in nature and really nothing to speak of. But low pressure systems are coming in from the north, and they're swooping down, so much so that by Saturday we may see an isolated shower in Toronto. Otherwise, we're going with 19 degrees for Tuesday of next week.